Hello, my name's Jordan. I'm Jasper Lister's daddy. I love reading books by Roald Dahl. My favourite is the BFG, but Mrs. Tomlins has asked me to read a chapter from the Twits. So, here we go. Mr. Twit gets a horrid shock. Mr. Twit, who thought he had seen his ugly wife for the last time, was sitting in the garden celebrating with a mug of beer. Silently, Mrs. Twit came floating down. When she was about the height of the house above Mr. Twit, she suddenly called out at the top of her voice, "Here I come, you grisly old grunion, you rotten old turnip, you filthy old frumpet." Mr. Twit jumped as though he'd been stung by a giant wasp. He dropped his beer. He looked up. He gaped. He gasped, he gurgled. A few choking sounds came out of his mouth. "Ugh," he said. "Ah! Ouch!" "I'll get you for this," shouted Mrs. Twit. She was floating down right on top of him. She was purple with rage and slashing the air with her long walking stick, which she had somehow managed to hang on to all the time. "I'll swash you to a swazzle," she shouted. "I'll swash you to a swizzle, I'll gnash you to a nozzle, I'll nosh you to a nazzle." And before Mr. Twit had time to run away, the bundle of balloons and petticoats and fiery fury landed right on top of him, lashing out with the stick and cracking him all over his body. I hope you enjoyed that. I did. Keep reading.